Hey guys, what's going on? IAQ Josh here, and today I am going to be providing a video testimony review for none other than the Dewald Academy of Drawing. If you have not yet checked them out, you should, and I'm going to tell you why. Alright, so before we get into discussing the strengths and the weaknesses of the course I took over at the Dewald Academy of Drawing, let's talk a little bit first about my background. That way you guys have a better fundamental understanding of where I'm coming from with my viewpoints. Number one, I've been in this industry since 2006. At that time, I was working for another company, actually opened up my own company in 2010. From 2006 on, I've dried everything from single-family homes to condominiums, townhouses, and even commercial properties. So I've definitely got a lot of experience on the drawing end. But don't let experience confuse you with the intellect that they actually teach you over at the Dewald Academy of Drawing. That said, let's get into some of the hot topics that they discussed. So right off the bat, I want to let everyone know that this is not just a sit in your chair and listen to me teach kind of course. This is the combination of classroom study meets hands-on. And when I say hands-on, I mean you're going to spend a lot of time out there getting wet, getting your boots dirty, and having some fun while you actually learn how to become a better restoration professional. So let's first talk extraction, specifically water extraction. If you guys are like me, you have extracted water at numerous properties over the years with nothing but a wand. This is a metal wand attached to either a 2-inch or 3-inch hose that's attached to either a portable extraction system or a truck-mounted extraction system for those of you that have these. Fun fact, the wand is not the way. And without giving away too much information, because after all, I don't want you guys to just watch a video and feel like you've taken the course, you need to actually go experience it for yourself. I will tell you that there are numerous extraction devices, some of which are the ride-on devices that many suppliers sell for what we consider to be very expensive, but it actually makes a lot of sense once you do the math. So one of the cool things that we did up at the Dewald Academy of Drawing is we utilized all of these different means for extracting water from carpet and padding, and essentially we went through a process that we actually weighed the amount of water or water weight that was left in these. So again, without spoiling too much, you're getting scientific based information. This isn't looking at two different types of wet padding and going, well, this one feels lighter. No, you're gonna get the real deal, science-backed information, which is one of the first things I loved about this course. So now when we talk about some of the drying process, most of us out there that are in this industry are quite familiar with dehumidifiers and the use of dehumidification during the drying or mitigation process. What a lot of you out there, are probably at least a decent amount, probably aren't aware of is that you need a level of cooling to offset the heat load produced by the dehumidifiers as well as other drying equipment that's utilized during the process. But how much cooling equipment is needed and how hot is too hot? Well, to find that out, you're gonna have to sit through the course. Now let's talk air movement. Some of you guys out there call these fans. A lot of you guys out there call these air movers. Whatever the name is, there is no one size fits all. There is definitely a type of air mover or fan that is going to be far superior than others out there when it comes to doing the plain and simple fact of producing air movement in a direction of choice. And now, while some air movers are certainly more advantageous over others, the real meat and potatoes from this course comes in understanding why we are using said air mover, said fan in the manner in which we are, and how we're utilizing these air movers in conjunction with dehumidifiers and the required level of cooling to make sure that we're maximizing our drying potential and ultimately drying a structure in the shortest period of time. All right, so another hot topic that we get into at the Dewald Academy of Drawing, I say we like I'm part of the team, but you know, I think all of us that have sat through the course kind of feel like we're part of this new era of drying professionals now is going to be the topic of grains, or GPP. That's grains per pound. Now, knowing your GPP when you walk on site to a project can be your first indication on whether or not you are drying. Now, Chuck Dewald took it a step further because it's not quite as cut and dry. If my grains are here, then this. If my grains are there, then that. So Chuck Dewald, over the years that he's been in this business, has actually created what's known as the E3 formula. And we're not going to talk about the E3 formula for two reasons. One, it's proprietary, and two, it sounds so much better coming out of Chuck Dewald's mouth. So I'll let y'all sit through the course to learn about the E3 formula and how that one number alone can tell you whether you are or are not drying. How great is that? So if you're asking yourself, what could be cooler than understanding how to dry at a fundamental level, the answer is a mobile application created by the Dewald Academy of Drying to assist you with calculating E3 and GPP and even knowing what the true pints per day output is of the many very common dehumidifiers that are out there. Maybe you have a client that is asking you, how much is all of this equipment costing me? It's in the app. Maybe you have multiple rooms and you need to know how many air movers before you give your client a quote. It's in the app. You can see where I'm going with this. One thing I will point out is the app is not included with the admission of class. I actually purchased the app before I attended Chuck's class. It's been a fantastic app. I will say, not having a fundamental understanding or even any knowledge at all of what E3 means that you're going to be missing out on a good chunk of this app. If you've taken the class and you haven't downloaded the app, I encourage you to do so. If you want to download the app and play around with it before you go to the class, hey, why the heck not? I mean, after all, who's going to turn away a purchase? There is a cost associated with it. I do not have that figure in front of me. However, if you check it out on the App Store, you'll see what it is. I love it. Last but not least, and some of you out there understand, and I won't give names, Chris Laney, I have to comment on the fact that my hat doesn't fit. Now, I know I've got a small head. That goes without say, because I'm a small-framed individual. But come on, man, my hat doesn't fit. It just doesn't. But anyway, so the hat, I don't really care about. The experience was the most important part of this to me. I learned a tremendous amount. And again, you're listening to somebody that's been in this business now for going on just over 15 years. And if you can teach somebody that's been doing this for 15 years something new, that's really impressive, because I am an avid reader. I'm an avid listener. I like to absorb information. So the fact that I went up to Chuck's class and listened to him and Chris Laney talk and preach about all these great things, but not stop there, but actually go and show us this, I guess I can look past the hat not fitting. But come on, man, just make some smalls. There's little guys. There's little guys in this industry. Make some small hats. All right, so bringing this video to a close. If you have never heard of the Dewald Academy of Drying, you need to Google it. You need to look it up. If you are a mitigation professional that performs water restoration services in this industry, this is definitely a course that you're going to need to go through. If you are a professional that has heard of this course, maybe you had your doubts, maybe you already took your WRT certification, which is going to be your water restoration technician, and you're like, do I really need? Yes, you need to take this course. So as always, my friends, if you did like this video, please give me a great big thumbs up. If you would like to share this video, please feel free to do so with anyone and everyone that is considering going to the Dewald Academy of Drying. Feel free to also ask me any questions you'd like about this course in the comments below. Do feel free to hit that subscribe button, and I will see y'all around.